European leaders agreed today to bolster military support for Ukraine amid rising tensions. However, there are still divergent opinions among some EU leaders regarding the deployment of troops. Experts also point out that this might not be enough to ensure victory for Ukraine. In the European Parliament, some members voice opposition to the EU Commission's stance on the war. NTD's France correspondent David Vives speaks with one of them.
German Chancellor Olaf Scholz kicks off an important meeting in Berlin on Friday, hosting French President Emmanuel Macron and Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk. The leaders called for unity in Europe to support Ukraine as tensions rise and agreed to procure more weapons for Kiev and step up production of military equipment. Wide divergences are still marking European allies. Macron's recent remarks about the potential deployment of Western troops to Ukraine incited discord, drawing criticism from Scholz and exacerbating existing divisions between the EU's key powers. Member of European Parliament Marcel de Graaf says sending troops would be a milestone and a commitment that some countries, like the Netherlands or Germany, don't want to make.
It basically would give Russia the right to again station its military in eastern Germany. So they are very reluctant in getting in trouble with Russia. They know that they won't stand a chance legally, but also their military is like nothing. They have shells, grenades for like 3 or 4 days.
According to a senior NATO official, Russia seems to be up to produce nearly 3 times more artillery munitions than the US and Europe. Officials say Russia is currently firing around 10,000 shells a day, compared to just 2,000 a day from the Ukrainian side. Numbers are not advocating for Europe's side, de Graaf says.
So what we see is we are in a very disadvantaged situation when it comes to a confrontation with Russia. So if we get there, it will be disastrous for us.
De Graaf also says recent moves from the EU Commission to create a European defense are nothing but political actions.
What we see is first a European army, an EU army, is just another phase of the slogan they have for an ever closer union. So that's one. They want this ever closer union, they want this superpower, EU superpower, which is basically nothing. It's based on I think, thin air.
Another Russian offensive is expected to hit Ukraine later this year. David Vives, NTD News, Strasbourg.